So this summer, Michael Porter Jr. was traded from the Denver Nuggets to the Brooklyn Nets in exchange for Cam Johnson and a 2032 first-round pick. And I would say this is one of the more tactical moves that was made this offseason. So let's break this down real quick and get a grasp on some of the rationale each team had behind making this trade. For Denver, they were essentially giving up a high-volume three-point shooter that had stretches of hot and cold nights, and in their eyes, a lower IQ basketball player in exchange for Cam Johnson, who has a very similar play style, but also is credited for being a disciplined, high IQ player. In the perspective of the Nets, the most likely rationale behind this move was that the timeline of having Cam Johnson on the roster just didn't really match up with the rest of the team. The Brooklyn Nets, obviously a rebuilding team. They're probably going to be in a rebuild window for the next 2 to 3 seasons, if we're being honest. So they figured they would roll the dice on Michael Porter Jr. He's more of a high volume guy. He's more of a ball dominant player. Some would say a shot chucker. But yeah, comparing the stats for the two players this season, starting with Cam Johnson, he's currently averaging about 8.5 points per game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists on 41% from the field and 30% from three. And then Michael Porter Jr. currently averaging 25 points per night, almost 8 rebounds, 3 assists on 48% from the field and about 38% from three. Important note, this is a small sample size. We're only about a month into the NBA season so far this year. For me, it's hard to depict who really won this trade. I'm not going to speculate too much on who did win the trade because I think we need more time. And me personally, I think Cam Johnson is a better fit in Denver. Obviously, that's an offense out in Denver with high offensive firepower. They have the best player in the league in Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray running the point. Another year of Christian Brown. Aaron Gordon has shown a lot of streaks offensively so far this season. And then a deep bench with really good three-point shooting. So I think I like the fit more in Denver with Cam Johnson in comparison to Michael Porter Jr. However, I think time will tell with this trade. I don't want to come to any conclusions yet, and I think once Cam Johnson gets things rolling a little bit more, gets his shots to fall, there will be a different kind of conversation about who really won this trade. However, I do want to talk about Michael Porter Jr. and how amazing he has been for the Brooklyn Nets this season. Now, obviously, we have to take into account the Brooklyn Nets are 3-12 this year, so I look at this as more of an individual growth year for Michael Porter Jr., and I'm looking less at team success. I think it's kind of irrelevant in this conversation. Obviously, the Nets, like I said, they're a rebuilding team. They still have lots of ways to go. But anyways, adjusting to his new role in Brooklyn, Porter had somewhat of a slow start to the season, just adjusting, obviously, to being in a new role as compared to Denver last year. But with Cam Thomas being out, Porter has definitely shown that he is by far the best player on this roster. And I think he's really proved this season that he is an elite scorer in this league. In his last 8 games, Michael Porter Jr. is averaging about 28 points per game, almost 8 rebounds, and 3 assists per night, including back-to-back 7-assist nights, which is literally a career high for Michael Porter Jr. He has never had 7 assists in an NBA game. So Michael, never swing the rock, Porter Jr. Michael, the possession ends here, Porter Jr. He heard the chirping, he heard the noise, he took that personally. He's really honestly shown a huge leap this year in playmaking ability. Like I said, career high in assists in back-to-back nights. We have not seen this level of playmaking from MPJ so far in his 7-year NBA career, so he's really becoming a more well-rounded player. I think he's becoming more of a winner. Even though he's not on a winning team, he's clearly making a lot more winning plays, learning how to read defenses, doing more with the ball in his hands, less catch and shoots for him, more shot creation, more playmaking from him. So let's talk a little bit about scoring and his efficiency this season. He's currently posting 57.5% effective field goal percentage this season. That stacks up really high in the NBA this year. The only players in the NBA this season with more points per game and a higher effective field goal percentage than MPJ include Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Donovan Mitchell, Steph Curry, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Norman Powell, who is having a career year this year. So I guess we can exclude Norman Powell. Talking about the other 5 names I listed, those are all NBA guys. Those are future Hall of Famers. So clearly he's in great company offensively. That kind of proves some of the efficiency that I'm talking about when it comes to MPJ this year. I love to see this aggression as well as keeping an efficient stat line on a consistent basis from MPJ. He's really an exciting player to watch. And when you watch some of the degree of difficulty in the shots that he takes and makes, you would not expect a lot of these shots to drop. And I think just adding that degree of difficulty in the shots he takes, that really makes his efficiency this season so much more impressive. He's shooting at around 38% from 3 this year. So clearly offensively, he's grown even more as a player and really proven that he's an elite scorer. And then past just his scoring, I think MPJ has really rounded out his game really nicely this season. Like I said, he posted career high in assists in back-to-back nights. So he's becoming a better playmaker. And then past that, I've been really impressed with his rebounding ability. He's created a lot of second chance points, going up and grabbing offensive rebounds. He is 6'10", so he's very tall for the role that he plays and the play style that he has. He's a small forward. Someone characterize him as a power forward, but yeah, 6'10", so he's able to go up and grab boards better than people I think expect from Michael Porter Jr. But yeah, like I said, he's averaging around 8 rebounds per game this year. Now, I think this new role in Brooklyn has definitely propelled him into this next leap that he's taken as a player. And I've kind of touched on some of the reasons why he's become more well-rounded this season. And I think numbers-wise, he's clearly having the best season of his NBA career. I'm interested to see if the Nets want to hold on to him long-term. There obviously is questions of his media personality. He kind of speaks too much, but a lot of that is just off the court stuff, and it doesn't really translate to what happens on the court. But I think he's grown a lot as a professional, at least on the court this year. Like I said, I'm not going to touch on everything that's happening on the cameras, on the podcast. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to make a pretty quick video talking about MPJ and that second leap he's taken this season, why I like his game so much. So if you have any opinions on Michael Porter Jr., leave them in the comments for sure. That's pretty much all I have for this video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at peace.hoops, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.